Welcome back to the course. So we're going to look at our simple Java program that we wrote on the last video. And I'm going to kind of go over, like I said, we're going to kind of go over what all this actually means. Okay, so to start with, we're going to go over what's called an API. API stands for Application Programmer Interface. Okay, it's a standard of libraries of pre-written classes which perform specific operations. Okay, if that makes sense. The Java API is made up of all these different libraries of classes. Okay, classes are just containers or building blocks of functionality, if you will. Like I said, this is all going to make sense later on down the road when we get to classes. But for right now, all you need to understand is that classes do things. They house things. They house methods, which those methods do things for us. Okay? And when we look at this right here, system, that's a class. Okay? That's called the Java system class. Okay, and that class houses a bunch of what's called objects. Remember how I said this is an object-oriented language? Well, the out here, so system is a class, dot out is an object. So out is an object. Print line, this whole thing is what's called a method. Okay, so there's three basic concepts that we need to master in order to really understand how Java works. Java, right off the bat, is an object-oriented programming language. Okay? So you've got classes, you've got objects, and you've got methods. Okay, those are the three things you really have to grasp to understand this stuff. And like I said, we are going to be going in more detail into all of these concepts. But for right now, if we look at this, so system, if we type in system and we highlight that, when we hit the period, you can see there's a lot of different things in here. We've got an in, we've got an out, we've got a lot of different things in this this systems class, right? So all we're really doing right now is using the out object. So now if we hit period again, now you can see all these different methods that the out object has that it can do. Well, print line, well, we know what that does. Print, well, we're not real familiar what print is. Well, okay, so let's try it, okay? Let's just jump in here and try print versus print line. So if I hit print, let me get rid of that so it's not taken up. And let's type in, this is the print method. Okay, so we're going to click on this arrow over here. We're going to hit run main. Hello world, my name is Travis. Programming is fun. This is the print method. Okay, well, it looks just like all the other ones, right? I mean, it looks like it printed out everything we wanted to the screen. And so let's do this again. But let's, this time we'll print something else. And we're just going to use the print method again. And we're going to say, this is a new print to the console. Okay? And we're getting the little squiggly, and that's because we don't have a semicolon at the end. So now let's run this. Well, Now, wait a minute. Let's see. So, this is all printing out. This one printed out just fine, but the next one is attached on the same line. Well, why is that? Well, the print method does exactly that. It just prints something to the screen. It doesn't print it to a new line or anything like that. Now, there's ways of getting it to print to a new line, and we're going to go over that in the next video. But as of right now, all we can get it to do is print out something to the screen, and it's going to print it on the same line. So this is the big difference between print and print line. Print prints, just outputs something to the console, and it doesn't move on to the next line. It doesn't start it on a new line, anything like that. So whatever you print out next with the print versus print line method, it's going to be on the same line as the first one. So I just wanted to kind of go over that real quick, and so you guys could keep that in mind. I hope this gives you a little bit more understanding of what's actually going on when we look at system.out.print and system.out.println. Like I said, we're going to go through this in way more detail to make sure that you guys really understand these concepts. And once we start using classes and objects and methods, it makes a lot more sense. As of right now, it's probably all Greek to you, right? So in the next coming videos, we'll be going through this, and it'll make a whole lot more sense. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.